Rated gameplay changes, Raze nerfs, a brand new game mode, and a new agent to play around with. It's time to check out all the details of Valorant patch 1.05. Hey everyone, it's FourEyes or Dave here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at patch 1.05 for Valorant, which we've just had the patch notes revealed for. So we've got them open here, you guys can see them. We're going to be going through all of the details today, breaking down my thoughts on some of the buffs, some of the nerfs, some of the bug fixes, all the new stuff that's being added. It's a really interesting patch and I'm really excited to get into this. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and want to see more videos like this, as well as guides for Valorant and other games at the moment, then please do hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell beside it. So let's jump into these notes and have a look at what we've got here. Let's read this top bit. Your newest Valorant act has arrived. It's true, it's true. That means this patch comes with a new agent, a fresh battle pass, and our new deathmatch beta mode. So there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on in this patch. If we scroll down, the first thing we get met with is, of course, Killjoy. I've actually got her details open up here. We're going to have a quick fly through these because I haven't talked about her at all on my channel. I haven't been kind of going through all her abilities or anything. So let's have a look. We've got her first ability is Alarm Bot, which is a little bot which you place down, and it kind of acts similarly, I think, to a mixture of like Sova's Owl Drone and Cypher's Tripwire. So someone walks in range of it, and it will actually it will mark them, and then you can act upon that. It can be shot on the floor, similarly to you can shoot a Tripwire or you can shoot at Sova's Arrow. So it's just another it's another way of gathering information that you can set down and leave and go to another location. So definitely a strong ability right there. Next up, we've got her turret. Her turret is a really contested topic at the moment. Some people seem to like it. The majority of people really don't like this as an idea, having an actual turret that you put down, like a Torbjorn turret from Overwatch. But I think it's important to note that this does not do that much damage. It's mainly something to kind of chip away at enemies and provide some sort of threat, but also gather intel for your team. If you can swing on it very quickly, the developers have said that it will actually take a little bit of time to acquire its target, so you can shoot it before it even shoots you if you kind of know where it is. So I think that this, it might be unbalanced when it first comes out, but we'll be able to balance it and get it in place in a decent amount of time before it gets too out of hand, I hope. Next up is Nano Swarm, which acts fairly similarly, I believe, to a Cypher Cyber Cage. But instead of a smoke to block off sightlines, this is actually a damaging ability. So you can put this on Spike when you're defending and pop it when you think someone's going to be defusing. That sounds pretty broke to me. So I guess it's a mixture of Cypher Cyber Cage activation and like a Brimstone Molly or a Phoenix Molly or something like that. So another interesting ability here. Really good for just some denial, delay. Seems to be what Killjoy is all about. She falls into that Cypher Sage camp of delaying enemies a lot. And then finally, we've got Lockdown, which is, in my opinion, an insane ability. I can't believe that everyone's just going in on this turret and not looking at this thing. You essentially put down this device on the floor, which has a really, really wide radius. And after it charges up, it's kind of like you're planting a spike. So you've got to put it down and then you've got to wait for it to charge up. When this thing is ready to go, it sends out this big like EMP shockwave, and it says that it detains all enemies. And from the video, which you can see here, it looks like, we just skip forward a bit, that when it pops, so this is it charging up, and then it goes, and you'll see that the Phoenix loses his weapon here, and he's slowed. So it looks like you lose all weaponry, and you move at like no speed. So you can either just be capitalized on if you're in a disadvantageous situation, or at least you're just delayed a hell of a lot. So it puts a bit of a timer on your attack if you're going to be pushing or retaking a site. You've got to do things quick before this thing pops. I think there's going to be some very interesting clutch plays that are happening with this ability. So I'm definitely excited to see what Killjoy brings. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next, let's look at Raze's nerfs. Raze has been, for quite a while now, a pretty problematic agent since she has so many damaging abilities and she's fairly simple to pick up and play. So I've actually recommended her as a really good agent both for solo queue and for beginners in 2 of my previous videos. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. There'll be links in the description to those. But Raze has had some interesting nerfs in this patch, one of which I think was a very, very important one, and that is that the Showstopper, her ultimate, now has an increased equip time. It's gone from 1.1 seconds to pull it out before you use it to 1.4 seconds. This is going to seem like a really insignificant nerf, and you know what? It might be. But coming from someone who has played other games, especially other Riot games, League of Legends specifically, these kind of point whatever second nerfs to abilities and timings, they can be a lot bigger than it seems. Just because it says 1.3, that could be game changing. And I've actually seen more recently that as people have been getting used to Raze and getting used to playing against Raze, they've actually been able to, I've been able to beat a Raze when she pulls out a roll. If she pulls out a roll and I can hear her do it, I know that I've got this small time frame, small window to go and kill her. And now that time frame is increased, it could be a big hit to her. So I wouldn't take this nerf lightly. The next nerf is the blast pack. The blast pack damage has been decreased from 75 to 50. And this means you can no longer one-shot an enemy, well, one-shot, I guess two-shot an enemy with your blast packs. You can't chuck 2 blast packs at a fully health, fully armor opponent and kill them, because now it will actually bring them down to 50 health rather than dropping them all the way through their 50 armor and 100 health. I think this is really good. People were so hard on the grenade when it first came out, but the blast pack has actually been ridiculous recently for just killing enemies over walls or just kind of like just over little platforms and stuff. So it's nice to see these nerfs. I think she'll still be definitely playable. She's not been hit to the point where she's not going to be played. I just think it keeps her in check a bit. Today's video is sponsored by ProSight, a PC application that gives players access to Counter-Strike style custom crosshairs in any PC game they want. The application comes with an easy-to-use interface, allowing players to customize their crosshair to any size, color, and style, save it as a preset, and then take it into games like Warzone, Fortnite, and Sea of Thieves. For more info on the app, head to centerpointgaming.com, link in the description. Next, we have the competitive changes. The competitive changes are very interesting. I've read through all these a lot, and if you guys don't understand it, then I would say come onto these patch notes. I'll have the link for them in the description, and you can read the deep dive here to understand how act ranks are going to work. But basically, the whole point, I'm not going to go too deep into this, into explaining how this works. Your peak performance of the season or of the act is really what matters. So I think it's your top 9 games. That basically is what defines your rank. So if you have a really, really good start to your season, you know, you're playing around in, I don't know, I'm not going to go too crazy here, but I'm saying if you're like upper plat, like I could probably get to upper platinum, maybe low diamond on a good day if I was playing at my best. If I was to then just have a really bad set of games over a couple of days and they dropped down to low plat, high gold, then it doesn't matter as much because my peak and what it shows is still at this higher level. I hope that this doesn't lead to kind of toxicity where people say, oh, well, I was at this point and now I'm down here with all you idiots and now I can't get back up because you guys are all basically too hard to carry. I think there could be situations of that happening, but I would say if you want to have a bit more look into the competitive side of things, come to this link in the description below and you can have a look for yourself and understand how this works. But it should lead to some more, I guess, fair understanding of how good players are overall in Valorant. Next up, we have new game mode, Deathmatch, free-for-all Deathmatch. This is probably one of the things I'm most excited for in this patch, purely because I love when I played a bit of CSGO. I didn't play a huge amount of CSGO, but when I played that, I would always warm up by jumping into a free-for-all deathmatch, getting an AK or an M4 out and just running around and just fighting people, PvP fighting people. Yes, you can. I'd still recommend sometimes going into the bot range and the shooting range, or whatever it is in Valorant, and actually just shooting some bots and playing a bit slower there to just really dial in on that one-tap aim. But nothing's going to beat actually playing versus other people and getting a feel for how people move and playing around on the real maps and stuff like that. So you can see all the details here. It's a 10-player free-for-all, first to 30 kills with a time limit of 6 minutes. So it's not going to be like those CS servers that just go on forever. Like, you are going to be joining in and then having 30 kills that you have to try and get to. There's no abilities, which I'm overall quite happy about. I would have liked to maybe had the opportunity to try and pull off some fun like Raze plays or something like that, or using Reyna and dashing around and stuff, or Jet and stuff like that. But overall, no ability is going to be a lot better. You'll load in as a random agent that you own, which won't matter, obviously, because you've got no abilities, but maybe there's just some agents that you just like the sound of and like playing with because they're yours. I won't judge on that. Buy whatever weapons you want. Heavy armor is automatically given. Killing enemies drops health kits, and if you pick up a health kit, you will fully restore your health and armor, and you'll automatically reload your weapon. I think this is really cool. You can just start chaining kills together like you're playing Reyna, which I'm gonna have a lot of fun with. And overall, I just think this is gonna be really good. It's in beta, as it says here. It'll be limited to a specific windows upon deployment in 1.05, with the first window starting Wednesday, August 5th, so the day after you're seeing this video for the first time, assuming you're watching it on upload day. If so, thank you very much. Next, we've got a couple of quality life changes here. Nothing too much to cover, but we've got rotate. It says your rotating store offers will stop including things you already own. Very nice for anyone who has already bought things and then it's showing, hey, here's this really cool thing that you already have. So you won't have that anymore. In the bug fixes, you can have a look at them here just as we bring this video to a close. The couple of things I'll talk about mostly are we've got the Sova's Owl drone. Apparently there was an issue where it was causing it to rotate really slow. I don't play a huge amount of Sova, so I haven't seen this happen, but I'm sure that any of you Sova mains out there are probably very happy to see that. And then the second one that I think is very important is that there was a Reyna bug where you wouldn't get her full heal if it began right when her overheal started to decay. And I'm pretty sure, because I've been playing quite a lot of Reyna recently just for fun, and I'm pretty sure I've run into some weird heal bugs where you don't heal anywhere near as much as you should do at certain times. So I'm hoping that is what this is talking about, so that kind of thing gets changed. Anyway, guys, that is everything I wanted to cover in today's video. I hope that you've enjoyed yourselves watching through this and found this stuff interesting. I like going through these patch notes, especially on these bigger patches, because it gives you guys all the details that you need to know. So thank you very much for watching. As I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell beside it. Like the video, leave me a comment on what you're most excited for in this patch, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.